Bonjour, bienvenue à Québec Talk. On est ici avec mon homme Mike Ward. Là. Comment ça va, Mike?
Ça va très bien.
Parfait, là. C'est la grande chose avec Canada. Est-ce qu'il a la même... I was running out of steam about a minute into it. I haven't lived in Quebec since the late 90s.
Yeah.
It was a big deal there. We had the referendum in 94, I believe. Is it a big deal now? Like, is the Quebec flag, is the Canadian flag still offensive in Quebec? The way
No, not really anymore. Like the French and a lot of French people were afraid of English people in the 90s, and now they're afraid of Muslims.
Oh, good. That's
Everything's
why Trudeau pours so many immigrants in. It makes us forget about other problems.
Exactly.
Okay, well, if the country is finally unified, then English people should understand French swear words.
Exactly.
Now, fucking shit are not a big deal over there. I worked at a daycare when I was a kid, and the daycare worker would say maudit, and no, not maudit, she'd say shit all the time in English, even though it was French. So shit is okay to say around kids, but chair in a church is about the worst possible thing you could say because Quebec's history is so unbelievably Catholic.
Yeah, I think that's why, like, if you watch French TV, you can swear on French TV because our swear words are like with the chalice and the tabernacle. So, like, the CRTC is like, who cares?
Really?
Yeah.
But French old ladies would still be offended.
French old lady, and even like any fat lady will be
It's a
offended.
fat lady.
A fat lady.
Fat lady.
Fat lady. Yeah.
Fat women in Quebec.
Fat women and
hate
old ladies.
swear words.
Exactly.
Fat old ladies must just
Fat old ladies.
shit their fucking pants. Fuck.
Exactly.
Well, let's go through them all.
Okay.
All right. So there's Tabarnak is the worst, would you say?
The worst would be Gâlisse the Tabarnak when you mix them up together.
Well, let's make that three separate ones.
Okay.
So there's the worst possible is a phrase.
Yeah.
That's like our motherfucker.
Yeah.
Câlisse de Tabarnak.
Yeah.
And that is, câlisse is the chalice.
The chalice.
Cup.
Which is the thing the priest puts his wine in.
Right?
And then the tabernacle, the tabernacle is the tabernacle, which is like the armoire, I think, where he keeps like the wafers and the wine.
Oh, it's not the pew.
I always thought it was like
It's a chair in a church. So it's the.
Oh, it's a chair.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought it was like a thing you put the wine in.
Okay, the tabernacle. Everyone knows what the tabernacle is. So except us, the chalice of the tabernacle is the worst.
Is the worst.
Second and third is câlisse.
Gâlisse, yeah.
Chalice, and then tabarnak.
Tabarnak.
Right.
And then the least offensive one is osti.
Which is the host.
Yeah,
The wafer you put on your tongue.
wafer you put, yeah. But that's still offensive. Like if you say that to anyone over 60, they'll be like, how dare you?
And you can mix them up, like
Yeah.
câlisse de tabarnak esti.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be worse than câlisse de tabarnak?
Oh, yeah. If you just keep
You keep
adding-
mixing them.
Yeah, you could say Gâlisse the tabernacle, the Gâlisse the tabernacle, the Oh, and crisse. There's crisse,
Oh,
too,
crisse, right.
which is Christ.
So wait a minute. I regret saying câlisse de tabarnak is the worst because infinite combinations just keep getting worse. So, folks, we're rewriting this. It goes. Well, I want the individual words. So,
Okay, osti.
esti is the worst.
Osti. Okay, you want to go worst?
Individual words, yes.
Okay, so tabernacle is the worst.
Okay. Number one, tabarnak.
Then Gâlisse.
And câlisse.
Then crisse.
And Christ, which is Christ.
Yeah, and then osti.
And then esti's only four.
Yeah.
And now there's a bit, it's sort of like the nuclear powers, countries that have nuclear powers. There's the biggies, and then from 4 to 5, or even from 3 to, there's a huge drop.
Yeah.
And then I guess 5 would be maybe maudit.
Yeah, and I don't even think that's considered a swear word.
It might not even make it on the charts.
Yeah. No.
That means damn it.
Yeah.
What about calvaire?
Calvaire, I don't think that's not considered.
What does it mean? The cavalry?
I think, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just use
We'll hook that up in post. So are we out then? There's only 4 French swear
I
words.
think there's only 4.
Okay, folks, you heard it here first. There are 4 words in Quebec that are swear words. And if you're moving there and the country's unified, if you're English, we'd like you to know that they are
A tabernacle,
the tabernacle,
a Gâlisse,
the chalice,
crisse,
Christ,
and osti.
the host. Thank you for tuning in. We like you more than a friend.